Yo, what's up, everybody? How are you doing? Hope you're all doing well today. So, yeah, I thought I'd restart. It was getting a bit dead, so seems like it's going to be a bit busier on evenings, so yeah, it's just, I don't know, but I thought I'd come on for a bit, because I'm just going out for a walk. I thought I'd just kind of chat with you guys while I'm walking around. So, yeah, so we'd like talk about some of my plans and what I want to do, like, because the idea is I want to at some point buy my own place. Ideally, I want to start a family at some point, and I don't want to actually buy a place for like the family. So, I mean, I could try to do it all on my own, but it's like if I had a woman who actually was making like a decent amount at some point, then that would help. So it's just yeah. Thing is though, if I actually bought my own house, I'd have to make sure that like it goes in somebody else's name, because I don't want to end up like losing half of it in the case of a divorce, because they can really like screw you over in the divorce court. So the way to get around that is to put it in somebody else's name, whether it be like family member, or you can actually go to like companies like they're like third parties that you have to pay them. For some people it can be worth it. Gives you that peace of mind knowing that in the case of divorce you don't lose the house, because they don't have any legal right to it, because they don't own it. So yeah, so you have to kind of protect yourself in certain instances like that, you know. Like there's even people doing things like paternity tests to make sure that they are actually the, you know, genetic father, because what sometimes happens is that they end up actually getting screwed over that way as well. You just have to be very careful. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well today anyway. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Make sure you like the live. Make sure you share the live. So yeah, basically I want to try and build this up, try and get getting like the ads soon on here. So I mean that's only a little bit on its own, but you know, I want to try and get, you know, multiple income streams. Try and get like I want to look at the affiliate marketing and things like that. So you can use that as a way to make an extra stream of income. You could do merchandise, there's all sorts of things. Maybe exclusive content. But I've been looking at, you know, with the busking and all that, and because my goal is to try and save up as much as I can in the coming months. Try and save it up as fast as I can, because then I'll be getting towards being able to buy a nice house, because I don't want to just buy any house. I want it to be nice. I want it to be somewhere in the country where it's like a decent size, enough to raise a family. So yeah. So there's this thing about, like, you know, as well, like being well off can make you more attractive as well. It's not that they're trying to get money out of you always. Sometimes that is the case. You know, obviously you have to be careful with that, but when you have more money, then it's like you're seen as more financially secure. You have, you know, a good lifestyle, and it shows that you actually are a very ambitious person. You know, if you have your own business and you've got some status about you, you know, you're not just like some average guy who just works at McDonald's or something. You actually have, you know, like some desirable qualities. It's not just about the way you look and all that, but if you have the full package, you have, you take care of yourself, you're in good shape, and you also have a decent amount of finances but you have to be careful, make sure you don't get with gold diggers. Hello Sniper, I'm alright, thank you, how are you doing? Hope you're well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here, share live if you can. Okay. So yeah, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat. So yeah, just hope everyone's having a blessed day. Yeah, thank you, Sniper. So I'm kind of just looking at making bank this year, because 2025, it's about time I actually really become successful and get the life that I want. I'm not expecting to get rich overnight, but with a few months or a year or whatever of saving, and maybe a couple of years, who knows, but you can really save a lot of money. It'll take sacrifice, but the thing is that I'm alright with getting by on just very little, at least for now anyway, because I see it like delayed gratification. But yeah, it's just that you have to it's kind of like if you cave into instant gratification, you're just probably going to end up broke. Hello, friend, hello, what's your name? Welcome in here. Hope all is well with you. Make sure you like the live, guys. That'd be really appreciated. Share this out as well if you can. So yeah, at least the weather's not too bad now, but I was thinking about going busking today, but I was like, I don't know. But yeah, I just been, because if I can make, let's say if I was to make £50 a day busking, if I did that say a few times a week, let's say I did that 5 times a week, that's £250 a week. And then let's say I do YouTube, and if I can start to get good with that and make a few £100s a week doing that as well. And if I could make, let's say, I don't know, do some affiliate marketing and make some money doing that, and do other things, that maybe start doing my own products. I don't know. These things all add up. Before it could be making a couple of thousand a week. But it's just about you have to, like I said, it's about sacrifice. It's gonna take some time. You have to really focus on what kind of value are you bringing to people. Because if you're not bringing much value, then people are not going to give you value. That's what I've come to realize. A lot of people are quite entitled, feeling like they're owed something. That people are like, oh, I should be way better up. It's like, what are you actually doing to actually get there? You have to look at yourself in the mirror and think, okay, maybe I'm not doing the best I can. And yeah, there is the other side where it's like, yeah, the economy sucks right now, but it does go up and down, and it does seem to have stabilized to some degree. The prices aren't they're not, I've noticed that they're not really, a lot of the products that I buy haven't really gone up in price for a while now. So yeah, it obviously depends on what products you get in, and I've seen petrol prices do seem to have come back down quite significantly. And I've heard house prices have gone down, but that's probably because of the high interest rates. It's just about you just have to it's all about biding your time and just being willing to, save slowly and just for the greater reward in the long run. So yeah, who's in the chat right now? Let me know if you're watching, guys. But yeah, it's just got to kind of focus on the just focus on the the prize at the end, and that's the prize is success in whatever way that means to you, whether that's a family, whether that's a nice house, whether that's just a sense of fulfillment from the job that you do or the business that you do, whatever it might be, is the focus on that. Focus on the feeling that you will get. Of course, obviously you've got to be happy right now as well, but just try to put yourself in that end state, those feelings that you would get like it's already here, and just start becoming that person that has that thing. You have to align yourself energetically with that thing. So I'm not saying it's some kind of like spiritual or religious sort of thing, it's just it has to do with your subconscious mind, that whatever we focus on, that will promote that thing. So yeah, so what's everybody up to today? Start walking at the moment. But yeah, it's just I mean, yeah, there are things that will try and get in your way, but you can't think like that. Hello Pokemon, how are you doing? Welcome in here. How's your day today? So yeah, I mean, it'd be cool if like I could try and get a few people together and we'd like end up buying a house or something. I don't know. It'd be cool literally buy a country house. Yeah, because of like a party house or something like that. It's just people aren't willing to put down crazy amounts of money to do that, a lot of them. So, like I said though, I do want to at some point actually settle down, have a family maybe. So it's just something I feel like would be like completion, in a sense of like I fulfilled my purpose of like the continuing my family depth line and all that. And some people are not really so concerned about that, but it's something I feel like I should try and do. And yeah, it's not too bad here, but yeah, it's just a little bit of a chill, but it's not too bad. But yeah, Fort Lauderdale, yeah, so that's in there. Yeah, they're like a kind of, they're sort of like a fusion between like pop punk and like hardcore, basically. It's kind of like if you take like Blink 182 and then mix it with like some mosher kind of music, that's what you get when you, some of those songs kind of lean more one way or the other, but their music is kind of almost like bipolar in a sense. But yeah, but yeah, about to have some breakfast. Cool. Yeah, what are you having? But I'm just kind of like walking around right now, and it's like a nice little kind of like area. It's kind of like a village sort of area. It's like quite a quiet area out here, but I mean, I think it's technically like part of York, but it's like it's kind of odd. Like I don't know, like it's like cities, they can have like towns and villages within that kind of thing. It's like you can get like a town within a town or something. I don't know. It's like it's kind of confusing, really. But anyway. But yeah, I mean, like, even if I was to live in some area like this where it's kind of like, I mean, it's still somewhat close to like the city, but it's also kind of quiet. But I'd like to be somewhere a bit more rural, like in like maybe like a village or something, somewhere where it's like away from all the hustle and bustle of the city. Hello Panda. How are you? I'm alright, thank you. How are you doing? So yeah, just walking around at the moment and just yeah. So this is the year I want to just like try and get kind of rich. Just yeah. I mean, obviously life isn't all about getting rich, but to me being rich would probably be making like 10k per month. Even if I was to make like 6-7k a month, that would still be pretty rich. Because like if you look at like what the average person is making, they're only making about probably 3k per month. And the thing is, like, yeah, like that's the problem is that you know you're paying so much taxes and stuff, and like if you can, the thing is if you actually have your own business, you actually pay less tax. So that's the benefit of actually owning your own business, because any money that you make, like most of it isn't going to get taxed, because there's ways around it. You can earn up to a certain amount where you can just basically like write off a lot of your taxes as like business expenses. You put your money into a business account, and then another thing is busking. That can't be taxed, because who's gonna know how much the account will pay it? So you need tax. It's like, I guess it's kind of like whether is it technically allowed, like donations, or it's kind of not really a business, but some people treat it as like a business. But like you wouldn't have to really be paying taxes doing that. So yeah, but you got these people like working for like a company paying like, you know, 30% tax or whatever, sometimes more, depending on how much money they're making in high positions, and they could be paying 40% tax. And it's worse in America, actually. It's like, yeah, they can make a lot more money, but they're paying also a lot more tax. So yeah. So you're getting like, for example, you get doctors, right, who are, let's say they're making, you know, 100k per year, but then how much of that is going to get deducted as a tax? Whereas you'll get someone who's working self-employed as a construction worker, and if they, let's say they made the same amount of money, sometimes they're even making more, let's say. But let's say, for example, they're making the same amount. The person who's self-employed, and they technically, because they have their own business, they can write off some of their taxes as business expenses. So, for example, some of the equipment that they need or whatever, it's like, I mean, but there's ways of like, you know, things like, for example, in certain businesses where certain equipment that you would be using anyway, where it's like you just stuff that you're going to buy anyway, so you're like, well, you know, I need this bit of equipment, so I'm just going to use it as a tax write-off. Let's say if you're a photographer and then you need a new camera or something, but because you're doing that stuff anyway, and you're like, it's kind of just it's like, it's a way of just like not paying so much tax. Like, for example, you might use a laptop or something to make videos, you're using that stuff anyway, and it's like you're not having to pay a lot of tax and stuff. So it's like it's great, you know, because you can figure out kind of like creative ways to avoid tax with certain businesses and stuff. And some people will like make multiple businesses, and then they'll have like ways of like basically just like not paying any tax on any of them. So they'll like have different kind of passion projects and things, and they'll just, if they can make money, then great, because then they can just write off their expenses. So for example, like they get they need, oh, I need a new camera or something to record, and they're into like photography, or they're into, I don't know, filmography or whatever. And they're like, oh, I need a new camera, I need a new computer or whatever. And it's like, yeah, like, okay, well, I'll just like write it off my taxes then. It's just, yeah, like, whereas if you're working for somebody else, you can't do that. Oh, I need a new laptop. No, you can't do that. You can't write it off taxes. Yeah, it's just I mean, having your own business, people are, oh, it's not secure having your own business, but a job isn't even secure anymore. You can literally just get laid off at any moment. Like, this whole thing of job security is just fucking bullshit. Like, thing is, if you've got several businesses, or even just a few businesses, that in of itself will give you security. If anything, probably more so than a job, because by diversifying different businesses, you've actually got some kind of like something to fall back on. So for example, one of your businesses goes down, but then if you've got other ones that are still doing well, then you can just like, you fall back on those while you want to try and like maybe look at starting up a new one. So for example, you've got 5 businesses, one of them fails, you've still got 4 that are doing well, let's say. So yeah, whereas a job, let's say you work a full-time job and you lose that job, then you've completely lost all that money that you're, it's like, yeah, you can get things like redundancy pay and all that, but that's going to dry up probably quite quickly, depending on your lifestyle or whatever, but it's not going to last forever. You start a business and it's like, if it's doing well and you budget properly, you have a nice, like bit of a emergency fund or whatever, and you should be fine. Like, as long as you do things right, you're making a lot of money, and as long as you're living below your means, you should be fine. Okay, one business goes, so be it. And the thing is, if you do things responsibly, it's like a lot of it's within your control. So if you're doing a business properly, it's like business is more within your control rather than, say, like a company, because the company might make bad decisions and then you're not in control of that. You can't really control what they're doing. So if you have your own, then you're kind of like not dependent on what they're doing. It's like you might make smarter decisions, and it's like, yeah. And I say, if you're diversifying your income and one business is kind of drying up, then you can maybe still keep it going, because as long as you've got enough money from the other ones, you can keep it going. Where it's like, because some people, what they'll do is say, like, the business is struggling, and because they've not got anything to back it up, they then have to file bankruptcy and all that, because they can't keep it going. They're not like, well, maybe not file back, but they just kind of sell the business or whatever. They're like, they can't, so they just end up screwing themselves over, kind of thing. And just you gotta be like, yeah, you gotta be smart with these things, really. So we got this kind of like sort of pull-up bar thing here, but we've got this like kind of, I guess it's like you could use it as a sit-up thing here, but I'll just try and see if it works. It's just really muddy here at the moment, so yeah. All right, so let me just try and where you can see me like doing it. So Just wondering, like, yeah, if the sit-up things are gonna work. Yeah, the incline leg raise, but maybe I could give that a try. But I was thinking of like whether you could do incline sit-up. I don't know, but it says you can do incline leg raise, which would probably be better than doing it on the flat. So I'm gonna just like put the phone here somewhere. Alright. Alright, how are we doing, guys? Anybody still here? So this is I'll just move the phone so you can see it there. So, take my bag off. Let's see if I can do an incline sit up with this thing. It doesn't say it on here, but let's see if I put my feet under. Just wondering. Actually, that's probably not a good idea, is it? Because I could end up falling backwards and really end up hurting myself. So, yeah. But I could try. Was it incline leg raise? But you do it like so. How did you do it? So, incline leg raise. So, incline leg raise. Yeah, incline leg raise. So you just basically hold it like this. Probably gonna get off here in a minute. There's not really much going on, so yeah. Got me shoes muddy on that thing, but thought I'd give it a try. But yeah, don't know if it's really necessary. Hang on, I need to get my bag. In fact, I completely forgot it. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, just gotta try and focus on getting rich this year. Because I've like kind of just, kind of been complacent with that sort of stuff, and procrastination, it's like procrastination's like kind of, I think one of the biggest things that causes people to fail in life. It's a lot of it's because they fear I don't know, it's like the process of it. It's the unknown. Is this going to work? They're afraid of putting so much time into something for it to not work, or they're afraid of going through setbacks and pain and just like suffering. Anyway, alright, I'm gonna get going. See you all later. 7 p.m. guys.